Salutations! My name's Kartosael and welcome to another episode from the Lake Laogai server. As is clearly visible, I am in the Nether Hub. And no, I did not yet finish it. I will do that eventually. No, I turned down the sounds for the intro because there you go, ghasts. So, I've been fiddling around here and there. I have been working on, well, there's a cow there and it's annoying me, but I don't want to kill it because I have no idea where it came from. Anyway, I have made small stables, parking lots for your horse at the end of my tunnel, and I want to make such parking lots here, so they can just come in here, stall their horse and be done with it. Because going to spawn with your horse may not be the best idea, and if people don't have a way to store horses at their tunnel, then well, at least you can get here with your horse and go on by foot. Something like a park and ride? I don't know how they're called exactly. The Missing has started working on the spawn area as well, the overworld spawn, and he has made a building, and I'm not going to show it because it's a lot further than in his last video, so I'll leave that for him to expose, because I did do something to the central fountain, which I also can't show because it would indubitably see the building. And I'll also leave the Missing up for the Missing to show, and I really hate that the clay is down there. I'm gonna grab some netherrack and grab that piece of clay. No, it's just too much of a bother, even for me. So this is going to be the space I thought for the parking lot. Because it's at lower level, and I'm guessing that's just where utilitarian areas are going, like the parking lot. Because nobody really is going to want to start the tunnel over here. So as you can see, you're right out in the open. Oh, there you are. I'm not guessing on taking this. As I said, I'm not going to hit that shot. What about this one? No, of course not. This one. This one. Ha! Vile creature. So, I haven't thought about the design too much, which is probably not that clever, but hey, it's what I do. That's not a good thing, is it? So I'm just going kind of by the seat of my pants here. This will probably change, but because it's out in the open like this, it does need to be blast proof. You could say ghast proof. So I'm going to fall down. Crapper. Yeah. I wanted to say I'm going to lay out a basic shape and be right back, but that's changed into get back up and lay a basic shape and be right back. So I'm thinking about this. Oh, hello, creep sound. This is going to be a redstone triggered device. And it's going to work good, but it's going to take a lot of space, each of these cells. And I'm wondering if just using fence gates, that will be so much faster, and it would take up so much less space. So much less. That's probably not how you say that. Oh, quite a bit less space. Then again, it won't be nearly as cool. This is going to be the roof, by the way. It won't be nearly as cool, and yeah, well, I'll just try it. But it does mean that, you know, for every cell like this, you have another cell beside it where it's just going to be empty because nothing fits there. It needs about 3 spaces here, I believe. Well, in certain designs I use, other designs might be a bit more compact, so I'll try that. But this is the actual area where we're going to eventually stand. And this is going to be the gate. These will be just static blocks, and these will be shoved inwards, so the horse cannot escape. Of course, that's a bit vague right now. I mean, I'm going to need some more. And let's start getting some redstone. Not you. And place down some more blocks. Like so. And do it like, not like that. Like so. This is already in the netherrack, so that's good. And well, I guess I'll keep this as a border. Maybe this as well. Bring back the yellow. There we go. And this is going to be the wiring. Eventually. Like this. Sort of. Oh dear. Just realized I need to be down a bit. Or way more that way. All these choices. I'm not the best person at making choices. Once a choice is made, I am very good at executing the said choice. But the actual choice making is not my forte. So we're going to need this. Because what I kind of forgot was the actual pistons. Yeah. So, one over there, not over there. You technically only need this middle one, but using them both just looks a bit better. At least in this design. The design I have at the end of my tunnel just uses one block. Oh, I still need that yellow over there. Like that, that'll work. Yeah, sure. I'm going to have more yellow above. Yeah, let me do that first. Just finish this little box. Here we are. I worked out a design for the redstone and everything. This is the one we started on. This is actually my horse, or at least one of them. And this is how it's going to look and function. So, the idea is... just lagging. Right? Just lagging, lads. Come on. Well, this is peculiar. Oh, come on out. Right, this is not how it's supposed to go. How it's supposed to go is you walk in, it shuts behind you. Why is it suddenly doing this? No, really, it just worked like 5 minutes ago. Why does it double trigger all of a sudden? Now it works. No, that... How? How? Why? I'll be right back. Finally, I found the problem. It took quite a lot of time. And it was easy to miss mistake. But we found it. So, you just run in. Things close. You get out. You do your stuff. You get back. Grab the horse. It opens again. Etc. The problem was that while this was triggered, these wires, these would not retract. So if I would sit on my horse now, these wires trigger, but these would stay retract because the power from those blocks was actually activating the pistons. Of course you can also just activate it by jumping, but... Oh yeah, I changed these up because it looks weird otherwise. I mean, it would look like this, which looks really weird. That looks slightly better. And again, you could just use this center one. And I am using stairs for a reason. I use transparent blocks so that if they glitch into them, they don't die. Or if they accidentally are here when they close, they don't suffocate. And neither will you. So that's why I did that. Now it's time to do this part. And actually, now that I recovered from that mistake, I first saw the problem in other things, but in the end that all made it much compacter. So that's good. Well, not much, actually just a bit, but let's not burst my bubble. I like my bubble. Is this open? Yeah, it is. Just elongate that so I wouldn't walk the holes off. But I think I already said that actually. Ah, must be dementing. Alright, this is the box I mentioned I wanted to build before the entire redstone problem began. And just finished off with a small roof and glowstone. On this side actually, if I were to remove this, you would see the missing nose path. That one. So we have limited space. And this is the current look. Oh, hello, redstone. Hi. Yeah, that's just walled off so it won't be destroyed. It's not made to be visible. Maybe I'll do that eventually by adding, by making it a bit prettier from the outside, but not today. The design of this place is also very likely to change, but again, not today. So, because today I just don't have a lot of time. As always, I guess. So, yeah, let's remove some of this netherrack so we can see what we're doing. We need to remove quite a bit of it actually. Oh. And some more. Great, great. Top commentary. This part, let's see. That part, yeah. This has the most space, so I'm going to use that. Not at all like that. So these are the blocks on which the tripwire hooks are attached. See? So these tripwire hooks, they are specifically at the height 3, so that, well, that worked, I guess. No, that did not. And like that. These are specifically at 3, so I can walk around, not trigger them. I can jump, trigger them. And when you are on a horse, you are 3 high, so you trigger them as well. That's the entire point. When you're on a horse and walk in, you trigger them. And once you mount the horse, you also trigger them. Because they don't prance unless you give them a really good reason to. Which is really convenient. I might actually give them some grass. Anyway. That's that. So that's why it's at this height. And they are powering these blocks once triggered. Now, there are 2 ways to... Well, probably more, but... 2 ways I've used so far to tap the redstone signal from that. Let's elongate this a bit more. And that's by... oh, no. No. Blimey. Putting a wire down here. That works. Or by putting a wire up here. Which is what I'm going to do. Because that leaves this part open for wire towards these pistons. Yeah, sticky pistons. And what I do is I add a repeater with delay 4 ticks. I'm not entirely sure if it's necessary. I added this in when I was troubleshooting the other one. It's just a failsafe because this you have to wait at least 4 or 5 ticks for this system to be re-triggerable. So that's kind of good, I guess. And then we need, the first thing we need to do, because this is essentially what we are making here is, oh, hello. It's a T flip-flop. Otherwise, it's a switch. Is this also still stone? No, good. switch. It goes out and goes in, and it has to stay that way. You need to only trigger it once, like a lever, but you know, different, slightly. So we need, usually what you do, I'll just show it out here what it does exactly, because it's a bit more obvious that way. It's going to be really cramped behind there because I really want to save on space. Yeah, sure, let's do it like that, like this. Like so. And signal over here, over there. And my voice is cracking. I don't know why. Like this. So this is your output. This is your input. Right now it's kaput. Oh, lame. So once you give a signal, that has to be a repeater. You see that this went up. It's still up actually. And now this block stays over here. Like so. And if you remove the signal again, the block is still over here. So that signal is the actual trigger. And if we trigger it again, output is off. Except we're not using one of these. We are doing this, which is technically the same thing. As you can see, but you don't need that extra torch. This now provides the power. A redstone block always provides power. So this is a monostable circuit, and that final piston was the actual lever, the T flip-flop as they somehow call it. Not quite sure why they have called it like that, but So the first thing is, this is our input signal, so we need a T flip thingy. Yeah, that sounded very knowledgeable. That's this thing. Let's also start by adding our protective roof, which is of course not high enough, because if I were to roof this, then this thing can't go up without destroying my roof. And I forgot to put it there anyway. So there we go. That way it has some space to extend. And I am boxing myself in quite phenomenally. Phenomenally. Wow, words this day are not... Oh, that would box me in. Do I have more cobble? I have more cobble. Great. So add a wall so cast can bloody well shoot it. And there's a wall going this way. So it's going to be very cramped, a set and go system. There's no real chance of redo. So let's see the words. Why do I keep messing up words? It's yeah. So we need a repeater there. That has to stay in one tick. The pistons, very basically, when you power them, they extend. When you unpower them, they retract. The extend takes one tick, which is just like one part of a second. Retraction takes also one tick. If they are powered for only one tick, like with what the entire purpose of this thing is, then they will extend and retract, but the block moving costs one tick and retracting also costs one tick, but you only have one, so it stays at its place, or it takes it back, but not both. So that's why that works. And now we need the switch. Actually, this is more space than I thought it would be. No, it isn't. I just removed this wall. Ah. Yes, I confuse myself sometimes. So that's the switch. Then we have redstone. Actually, we could do that right over there. No, we cannot. Wall. And this will be going there, there, and there. As soon as this gets powered, it will power this block, and it will turn off this torch and remove power from both that one and this block above, which will deactivate them. Ta-da! It already works. This block is now left over here. Powers, disables. So we have to do the same thing on this side. This side is the easiest side because it only has this wire, whereas this has this entire trigger mechanism. You could duplicate this on both sides, but that would be utterly useless. A waste of materials and space and all those things. So originally I had this go out one further, and I think it also was one wider. So we have more space now, which is good. And I want to really encase this because, you know, on single player it's one thing to keep it somewhat open. Need more cobble. But on multiplayer, there are also people who trigger ghasts. And if they don't know how to repair the damage, well then you're just screwed. So that's why I'm overprotecting it all. Thankfully this is actually made of fire retardant materials, whereas at the end of my tunnel it's all very flammable. So I had to encase that as well. Now it should work. Marvelous, it's actually working. Huh, who'd have thought? So yeah. That's that actually. Of course I need to, well, first things first, I need that quartz. And I need to change the way this looks a little bit. The general idea is still to maintain the same look as the rest of the hub. But it's now a bit bland. And I do want to, what am I stuck on? Do want to make it a little bit prettier. So that's still going to happen, don't worry, or do worry, depending on your point of view. Oh, hello. Hello. So I'm going to go back to Kumaria, show the very little things I have done there. And yeah, I'll see you there. Oh, by the way, if you're ever wondering why is this thing so big, it's because horses can now use the spiral stairs. That's why it's 5 by 5. I actually thought about that in advance. Isn't that special? For me, at least it is. So, yeah, actually I'm going to need these materials here. Not those. To expand it, because I want more than so. I want at least oh hello. At least 4 of them, maybe even 6. We'll see. But as I said, not today. Actually, we can just walk now. Should I leave my silky here? No. Ow, ow. It's not the safest road transportation. That's my armor, of course. I'm on a horse. But we can now just take this road back to my base on horseback, which is so much faster and more economic when it comes to food. Where's my bucket? It's still back there. Oh, hello for loading in. And here we have this side of the track. It works exactly the same way. Oh, wow. That was quaint. Quaint indeed. I believe I did not... Oh, by the way, the lighting is at the bottom, not on the top in here. But it's very important that this is high enough. If it isn't, for example, it needs... If you just make it 4 high, for example, or I mean, put the ceiling over there, it makes it 3 high, you can only just get in, which is stupid to begin with. Because if you dismount, you'll hurt your head. If you make it 4 high, then there's a very big chance that it will actually place you outside. With a bit of bad luck on top or at the bottom, which in the Nether is never a good idea. Oh, hello. Should I really do that? No. Let's not. So slept the night away. Because of course it was night when I entered. And I haven't done a huge amount of work, but I added a little building. We'll very soon start on actually decorating the interiors of that. And I added lighting, because I wasn't too happy with these torches nor those. So at first glance they look like lantern posts, but the lighting is actually here. I could sink it in one so it's not as visible, but I don't mind as much. I might try to do that if I really want to, but at the moment I don't really want to. Anyway, so I thought, well, I wanted to build some kind of street lantern. I tried making it one higher, but then it looks weird. Now it looks weird because it's a bit short, and it looks weird because it's just too tall. It's either one or the other, I suppose. But it's just a glass pane, red, with black carpet on top. Because this is also very dark, and this is black carpet nearest. Also tried using black stained glass and red carpet, but that didn't look nearly as good. And I hope that in this way people also finally realize that, in fact, the color of my base is red. Not necessarily orange, even though it's kind of all you see. I really like the color red. I'm not too big a fan of orange, but I think I made a long monologue about that last time as well. Well, hello for not loading in. This sheep, by the way, has been here for a very long time. And then what I wanted to show is, I don't remember if I showed that I rebuilt this. Rebuilt it, yeah. Rebuilt this, so it now has the same style roofing. Instead of a silly dome that kind of failed. Because it was just too small. Don't make small domes. It's bad. So that's how it looks right now. I'm fairly pleased with it. But not done yet. I want to add pipes, and I want to... Pipes? Chimneys. Yeah. Chimneys. And I want to switch out this pipe, which I kind of like. But I also want to switch it out with nether brick. As you also might have noticed, I have started working on this thing, but it's just a monumental task. But I added 2 pillars. I do want to add more though, like either 1 or 2, which I haven't decided yet. But of course they're not done yet. This is the basic shape. I need to decorate them up and decorate that. It's going if I could fly, it would have been done a long time ago, I think. But I can't fly. And if I could fly, it would be creative, so there wouldn't be much point of making an LP about it, I guess. Well, anyway, so that's what I've been up to. I know it's not a lot at all, but then again, I haven't really been able to do a lot lately. Did I ever show this? Yeah, I did. I showed this, but I added this. Just an extra one, but with potatoes and carrots. And since when have you grown so much? The water isn't even installed yet. I mean, the water is, but the pattern isn't, because I had to redo the timer here, which I still have to do, which will probably happen in one of the next episodes. Not going to say the next, but it will happen soon because it's bugging me out a lot. So that was all for today. I still like those statues, even though they don't really fit the Asian style. But yeah, one statue I would love to build, but just not possible in Minecraft, because, well, it's possible, but it'd be whopping huge. And that would be a statue of like 9-tailed fox. You can't make that very convincing without actually having 9 tails. And that means you need 9 blocks side by side, which is a huge amount. Why is this thing still here? It's right next to a land and doesn't need to be here. Go away. So, thank you for watching. My name is Kartosael. If you liked it, please do leave a like. And I hope to see you again next time.